For the past month, our family has called the island of Bali our home. Before arriving, we had seen numerous videos and images showcasing the island's breathtaking destinations. But did it truly meet our expectations? Today, we are sharing our thoughts and experiences as well as what we wish we had known after living here for a month.
Welcome back! Where are we?
Bali, Indonesia?
Perfect.
In Uluwatu.
Yeah, in the Uluwatu area.
What time of year are we here?
It's December.
Yeah.
We came, late November? We
Yeah.
were here through mid-ish and December. And it's the what season? Rainy, dry?
It's the
Rainy.
rainy season.
And it rains.
A lot and really hard.
Some days though, it just rains for a little bit. And then you'll have breaks and then it'll rain again. And so typically, we've only had a couple days where it's rained
The whole
all
day,
day,
yeah.
every day. So typically we can go out and play some of the day.
April to October are the dry, but they're also the peak season. And November to March are the rainy seasons. So that's when we're here, is during the rainy season, which is the less busy season. Was Bali what we expected? No.
And yes,
No.
why not?
It was really busy and it just was, the feeling was different than I thought it would be.
The lack of infrastructure.
What do you mean by that?
It's really touristy, but there's no sidewalks.
Or organization, just
Yeah.
streets?
Yeah, organization of the streets.
A lot of
Yeah.
streets are made for scooters.
Well,
No, they're
e-
not even
they're not.
streets.
Even the road is just like, it's a 1.5 width everywhere. So it's like you barely fit 2 cars by it, but then you got scooters zooming in and out. But then there's no sidewalks a lot of places, and then streets are just like all over
And then
randomly.
scooters are coming up on the sidewalks and
Which is bad, like it works, it functions for the place for the most part, but there's a ton of traffic. So you can get rush hour and just sitting in traffic and there's nowhere to go for a long time.
or if you're on a scooter and it's raining.
Yeah.
The beaches were not what I was expecting at all. A lot of the ones we visited had trash everywhere and they just weren't great for playing in.
Well, and they don't have waves that come to the beach for the most part. Like Dreamland Beach had waves that came to the shore, but they were huge, and then there was a rip current that was really strong. So couldn't really play in it, which was disappointing. And then there's a lot of rocks on the beach and kind of in the shallows. And then the tides are really dramatic, so you can't go at low tide because then there's just rocks and the water's out and stuff. So yeah, beaches weren't good for just kind of playing, right? They're not what your typical just, I'm gonna go to the beach and body surf and play in the wave type thing. It's, I'm gonna go to the beach and I'm going to go surf, or I'm gonna lay on the beach and get a suntan and just dunk myself in the water type thing. Would you guys agree, disagree, comments?
Yeah. And the surfing did look, whenever we went, it was super busy too.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
tons of surfers in the
Yeah, so
water.
the kids didn't feel comfortable surfing since they're beginners.
We didn't.
Sean wanted to do it. We didn't want him to get hit by someone else or hit someone. So that was on us, not on you, Sean.
Knowing Sean's track record, he'd probably hit someone.
Since he took people out body surfing.
We didn't expect the air quality to be as bad as it was some days and a lot of the days, so that was a surprise to us.
Then, the nice thing is when it did rain, it would kind of blow that out a little bit and make it better. It would get where you couldn't see out.
We couldn't even see the ocean from our
Yeah.
house. Traffic, it's going to take you longer than you probably think if you are going, how far? Like, just certain areas
Yeah,
probably?
just a few. This whole Uluwatu area and like up then as you head towards Bali, like the main road and stuff, super busy during your, maybe like, I don't know, it was busy a lot of times.
Yeah, because it took Colin and I even longer to get to the airport that one day. What did we like about Bali?
Restaurants were cheaper.
So things were inexpensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's also laid back.
Yeah, super chill vibes. The people were super nice that we encountered and talked to and met. Like all of them were great.
The local food has been pretty good.
Yeah.
It's good quality food. Make sure you say that no spice, because they'll still be spicy.
You can't handle the heat.
Yeah, and so just to add some flavor to that comment, right? We have a house manager here. They cook a lot of lunches for us on a regular basis, which is all local kind of Indonesian cuisine. And so we've got to try a lot of that, which has been fantastic. And that's how we know that we like Indonesian food.
And the fresh fruit.
So what do you get every day?
Juice.
A fresh juice drink, right?
What kind of fruits?
Mango, dragon fruit, pineapple, banana, papaya,
Snake fruit.
snake fruit. That's not been
Other fruit, we don't know what the names are.
Yeah.
How do we get around in Bali?
If you're not familiar with the Grab app and you come to Indonesia, please download the Grab app. I think you have to, basically. It's so easy and convenient, and most things are super cheap. You can get a scooter ride most places, from like our place to basically anywhere around here, for 50 cents to $1. And then you can get a car ride that'll fit all of us for probably like $3.50 someplace. And so you just use the app. It's just like Uber, and you can order food through that and grocery deliveries and all kinds of stuff. But that's how we get around, is usually just use Grab and get a car, or we've coordinated transportation through just some other local guys that we've met.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, just plan for traffic too with things if you're going to certain areas.
If you are here though, I did look at scooter rental, and it was like $100 maybe. Was that what I said?
I think it was.
It's like $100 US for the whole month. So that's really cheap just to rent your own scooter. If you're just one or two people, that's what I would do, and cruise around on a scooter the whole time.
Where are we staying, or where would we recommend somebody staying?
We stayed one place, Uluwatu.
What do you think of Uluwatu?
It was okay.
It was just busy. I thought it was fine. So like Sean said, we've only been in one place, so we can't even say other areas if we'd recommend them or not. We enjoyed Uluwatu. It is a younger crowd here, definitely more like the surfer type. Lots of things to do, lots of restaurants, lots of shops. So it's been good. I would say it's not as busy as some areas that we drove through, but also busier than some areas that we drove through. So it's a great place. We enjoyed it. Phone and internet.
We used Airlo for data on our phones, which worked fantastic here. Never had any connection issues out and about. So that was useful with obviously the Grab app. And then, yeah, we could use WhatsApp to communicate with, coordinating different things here, because everyone uses WhatsApp if they're not on Grab.
Colin and I went on a mini trip while we were here, and that is how they communicate with you to organize anything, is WhatsApp. So make sure you do have WhatsApp installed, you have a profile before you come here, because they were trying to find people and they weren't on WhatsApp, so they couldn't even call them to tell them that they were like trying to pick them up. So just as an FYI. How do we pay for stuff?
Cash.
Slave labor, we farm out the kids. I wish.
All that whacking of rice.
Cash and credit card. Yeah, lots of credit cards are taken most places. Tap to pay is all over the place. Just have your phone set up. And then there are a few ATMs scattered about. They're not as abundant in this area, but there's a few good ones where you can get up to 3 million out at a time, which is nice.
Where to eat? Restaurants?
Restaurants, and have your house manager cook for you all the time, because it's delicious.
Yeah, we really have enjoyed the house manager cooking for us. Honestly, when we first booked this place, I thought it was expensive, the price, but now that we've got here and everything that comes with our place, the house manager being able to cook for us, all we do is give them money and they go to the grocery store for us, get all the food, and come back and cook food for us. So, awesome experience.
Yeah, but to that point, like was it Brooke said, restaurants are a lot cheaper here than most places. So you can go out and eat a lot, and it's really good food. What were you gonna say, Sean?
It's like half the price normally.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, half the price for a main. Typically you pay what, $20 in the States or other places, and it's like, yeah, $10 or cheaper.
Yeah, for our family, we spend about half of what we normally do, huh?
Yeah, eating out.
Grocery stores. Now, I've only gone to one grocery store this whole month, so Eric's the one that's gonna have to talk about that.
Yeah, grocery stores. And I'm probably shopping at more of the touristy grocery stores because I don't see a lot of locals shopping there. It's Fresh Market is the one I like to go to, and they have a lot of imported things and things you're used to. But some stuff is cheaper, some stuff is more expensive. So just kind of it depends on what you're trying to get. But
I will say when our house manager goes and gets groceries, I'm always shocked at how cheap it is when she comes back with the bill.
yeah, and I think so. That's the key. That's where I was going with that and got sidetracked. Is I think locals, if you find more local grocery stores and local spots, things will definitely be cheaper. And we're not cooking a lot this month like we normally do, so we haven't had to kind of really get focused in on the grocery type stuff, I'd say. And so I'm just getting like the bread and the peanut butter and jelly and the eggs and the basic stuff that we need, flour and sugar and stuff to bake.
And you're just hitting the store that's right next to your gym.
Yeah, so there's a store right down by the gym that I just walked to that has most everything, and then there's another one, just a short scooter right away. But yeah, so there's a lot of grocery stores though, and you can find most everything you need, and there's a lot of different options. Yeah.
Colin, can we drink the water from the tap?
Nope.
Why?
Because there's something you shouldn't drink in it.
Yeah, it'd make you sick. It's recommended to drink filtered water or bottled water. So we have a water dispenser here at our place that's provided to us with a big jug in it
So 5 gallon.
5 gallon jug that is filtered. So that's what we've been doing for water. So I've seen places that are selling those kind of everywhere.
Yeah, most grocery stores sell the big jugs, and they have specific water stores that have the big 5 gallon jugs. So you can get them most places.
Yeah.
And they're pretty cheap.
Things to do in Bali.
Surfing.
Just relax. You can go hiking and scuba diving, snorkeling.
What else did we do?
Visit stuff.
What did we visit?
Temples.
So massages, spas, gyms, the beach, playing at the pool. So what was our favorite beach here on Bali that we went to? I mean, I feel like we are barely in one section of Bali, but what was our favorite beach here?
Padang Padang, we went to it twice.
Yeah, so we didn't go to very many beaches, but why didn't we go to very many beaches?
Because we didn't like them that much.
I'd say my favorite was Pink Beach.
Yeah, but that's not in Bali.
That's in Komodo.
Yeah.
So we didn't go to a lot of beaches because, for reasons we talked about earlier, they just weren't kind of our vibe and our thing. You have to pay for a lot of the beaches here for access, so that is kind of a turn off as well. It's not very much. It's like $1 to $2 maybe per person, so not a lot, but still, you have to pay for it. And then yeah, it's just if you're gonna go hang out at a beach, fantastic. You're gonna love it here. If you're looking to play in, like I said, body surf, play in the waves, stuff like that, not a lot of fun beaches to do that. But yeah, if you want to go surfing, fantastic spot down here in Uluwatu. We went scuba diving a couple days, and it is a drive to get out there, and then a boat ride sometimes and stuff. So more scuba diving, you probably want to stay up north and on the east side, I think. But this area, just beaches were all right for us, and we enjoyed our time more in the pool than the beach.
How long would someone need on Bali?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Maybe a week. It
Well,
depends.
it depends how much you
Yeah.
want to explore. I'd say 2 weeks is good, and I'd probably come down here for 3 to 4 days, and then maybe go up to some other places for a few days, and just cruise around the island and get more kind of exposure to all of it. We had a day where we drove around up north and went and saw all the things, but that was a really long day, and there's a lot of driving.
Yeah, especially with the traffic.
So I think, yeah, 2 weeks if you want to take your time and explore a lot of Bali. You could stay down here for 2 weeks, and we stayed down here for 4 weeks, and we really enjoyed our time. It was just laid back and a lot more relaxing than other places we've been, because, yeah, it's kind of the vibe.
Well, and it's nice too because it is cheaper. It's less expensive to go out to eat. So we actually went out to eat more often than we
Right.
normally do. So it's been a very enjoyable. What do we wish that we would have brought with us?
Our $9 worth sunscreen.
Yeah, we didn't bring sunscreen with us. We didn't pack it.
Because we thought, oh, well, I thought, I'll take the blame. I thought, hey, it's Indonesia, there's beaches, like that's what you do is you go to the beach and you're outside and stuff. So there's gonna be sunscreen everywhere and it's gonna be moderately priced. And we just come from Australia, and Australia has a ton of sunscreen options and they're moderately priced. And so we should have brought sunscreen with us, so bring it with you, otherwise you're gonna pay a lot for a very small amount. The other thing, bug spray. If you're here during the rainy season, bring bug spray or get some here. They have a bunch of local options which are pretty cheap, which is nice. But you're gonna need it, and make sure you use it often.
Oh yeah, and the sunscreen, make sure it doesn't wash off.
Oh yeah, make sure it's waterproof sunscreen.
Yeah,
Our first set here was not waterproof.
that's again my fault.
Does not work very well on Bali. So my question to everybody is, would you come back to Bali?
Probably not unless I had a connecting flight.
I would not come back to stay in Bali. I would go to another island in Indonesia.
Yeah. I'd go back to Komodo.
Yeah, Colin enjoyed Komodo.
I would come back to Bali because I would even come back here but just for a few days. But I want to go up north, and that's on the east side. To do more scuba diving if I were to come back to Bali. But like Brooke said, I would want to come back to Indonesia in general and just pass through here and probably go to different islands to go scuba diving and explore more of Indonesia, not necessarily Bali. I think Bali is kind of a little overrated with the hype that it typically gets. Personally, like if you're from the United States and you're like, oh, I'm debating between Bali and say Hawaii, go to Hawaii. You're gonna enjoy it more, and you're gonna enjoy the beaches more, and it's gonna maybe be a little bit more expensive for your time there, but that's what I would recommend. I've been to Hawaii, we've been to Hawaii several times, and now we've been to Bali, and where would you guys rather go?
Hawaii!
So,
But that's just Bali alone, because Colin and I went to Komodo Island area, the national park area, and we really liked that area a lot. There was lots of snorkeling, lots of diving. So that's why we're saying we would come back to other areas of Indonesia in particular.
Yeah, we'll come back to Indonesia, happy to, anytime. And I really enjoyed my time here. I'm just saying, if you're debating like Bali itself, the island versus Hawaii, and that's your two choices, go to Hawaii. Yeah, or go to Australia or some other places. Like, it's just not been our favorite, but still a great place. If you want to come, you probably wouldn't regret it, and you'd probably enjoy it.
That's it.
Yay!
Sweet.
Run, before they... Oh, I'm so sweaty.